Well, we've got some blustery winds today. The clouds are moving quickly. That's a sure sign that it's springtime in Llanrwda, South Wales. Anyway, from time to time when I make my bike videos out on the yard here, when I'm working on stuff out here, sometimes I think this old fly press catches people's eye. So I thought I'd dedicate a short video to that in itself, and how it came to be here and what I do with it. And it actually started off when I worked for a company in Swansea in the docks called West Coast Towing as a shore-based engineer. Prior to that I had actually worked at sea on tugs as an engineer, but West Coast Towing had that many tugs, about a dozen or more I think it was, that it justified having some guys based on the shore side, welders and spannermen and so on, and I was in that team, and we accumulated quite a lot of workshop equipment over the few years that we were all there, and this piece here was one of them. And like I say, it's a fly press, and it was very handy for pressing bearings and stuff like that in and out of housings and casings and so on. And when the company got taken over and bought out, lots of this stuff became surplus, because I think the company that took over just sort of contracted all sorts of repair work out rather than having their own guys doing it. And all the health and safety stuff came in, and permits to work and risk assessments, and I'm not really a sort of permit to work and risk assessment sort of guy, so I decided it was time to go, and that's when I started Performance Classics. But I did have the job of disposing of a lot of the sort of stuff we had on the quay and in the workshops, because the company that took over didn't want that sort of stuff, and I was able to sort of help myself to a few things, including this fly press, which a friend of mine kindly brought very nearly home for me, but dropped it off at his premises, where it sort of stayed for about 20 years, till a point it was all seized up and everything by the time I was able to get it delivered. But anyway, I spent a lot of time with the gas torch and a big sledgehammer and everything, and lots of lubricant, and gradually I got it free, and it's been very useful here. I use it quite frequently for splitting and reassembling flywheel assemblies for single cylinder engines actually, and so it doesn't just stand there doing nothing. It's quite a useful, handy bit of kit, but for long enough it only had one of the ball weights on it, or one ball, so I christened it Hitler, because you've possibly heard the song Hitler Only Has One Ball. Anyway, over the years I was able to locate another ball, so he's now got a pair, and interestingly it's made by Norton. I don't think it's the Norton that made the motorbikes. I'd love to know if it was or not, but I don't think it was. But it's a very strong piece of kit, and I've yet to see it sort of take a refusal from anything. It always gets the job done, and basically it's all done by inertia and flywheel effect. And when you've got that thing spinning with those weights going around, the quick thread brings the plunger down onto whatever you've got there. You don't want your hand in there, and like I say, it's yet to sort of let anything say no. So there we are, that's my fly press, formerly known as Hitler. Very handy bit of kit, and it is actually used, it's not just standing out here as an ornament. And now we've got some hailstones, just to sort of confirm that it actually is spring here, as if we didn't already know.